All right, we're ready to go. This
All right.
is what we call the 88.5 Live at Home session, and we got LP here, and we appreciate you
We're
so
good.
much for being here.
Thank
Sounds like you
you.
got a pooch or a dog running around.
I do. I got a little Brussels Griffon terrier running around, being adorable and a pain in the butt at the same time. His specialty.
And I guess when you write and record music, you have to quarantine the dog from the quarantine scene.
Oh yeah. I mean, when my producer Mike Del Rio, his dog, he's got a dachshund that is, I mean, a deafening bark. Like we took care of him one weekend, and I mean, it just like knocked me out of my chair like several times with the sheer volume of his bark. So we have recordings that he's like pretty much on. Can't help it.
That was, I guess, you just mentioned a longtime collaborator and a
Yes.
person that you caught up with for the most
Yeah.
recent release. I want to talk about that in just a little bit. But where are you? How have you been doing? I guess while in quarantine, and
I
you're a
am.
local,
I'm in
right?
LA.
Southern California.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in LA, and I'm in my living room, and I've been here. This is the most I've been home in quite a few years. So it's interesting. It's cool. I mean, it's nothing. It's not bad. It's just different. But it feels like um, I don't know. It's almost got its own kind of. There's like a whole story in it. Like I feel like when you're on the road, you're constantly on this journey and everything. But the stay at home thing also has its own. Like I mean, I think even it's August, late mid to late August soon almost. And I remember in March, it like May seemed like, oh my God, we're going to be in this till May. Oh my
Yeah.
God, we're going to be in this till July. And then I don't know, it's just getting just blurrier and blurrier in a way.
Do you find that this is can be a creative time for you?
I do actually. Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff in this time. I felt very inspired. I guess it depends on where you let your head go, but I feel like it's hard not to be inspired by such a large scale event that involves everyone on the planet. And I don't know. To me, it's like it's kind of wild.
The song that you just recently released, the one that you love, was that essentially a quarantine song, or was that ready to go beforehand?
No, that was ready to go beforehand, and that was pretty recent, like November. But yeah, that's not a quarantine song.
Right. I mean, you talk
Mhm.
to some of these artists who just recently released some stuff and then they had to
Yeah,
cancel their tour. And then you kind of
yeah,
feel for them in a way because they haven't been able to properly promote. They feel like the record they just released is going to be their long lost record.
yeah,
Some artists have just moved on and now they're writing, album number two because it's like, what else are you going to do? Like, there's no place else to go.
yeah.
Yeah, it's such a crazy time right now. Again, imlp.com is the website. I've been
Mhm.
telling people to support some of these artists. You can't buy a ticket to a show. Maybe buy some merch, a t-shirt, a hat, a record. There's a lot of vinyl available on your website right now,
Yeah.
including the most recent live show, live from Moscow, which is amazing.
No, thanks.
But yeah, no problem. And I also want to talk about how you're basically an international phenomenon, but we are going to get live music today, right?
Yes, you are.
So what is the aesthetic that we're about to see right now? Where has the performance been held?
It's you'll see. It's like it's colorful. It'll be it's more about like uh the kind of the setup and how we're doing the songs, which is fun. But it's probably going to be in like the back house.
Okay, cool. Can't wait for it. LP. This is the Independent 88.5 FM. And do you know what song we're going to rip into right now? The first one?
I believe it's going to be Girls Go Wild.
All right, fantastic. This is 88.5 FM.
hunted and tamed. I'm the outlaw outside and ready to rage. I'm inside to the heart, I can eat to renew me. Yeah, and I'm dazzled by all of the things that undo me. Oh, girls go out on the West Coast. Come on, baby, let's go. That's what she said. Oh, sunshine brighter than blind love is only the name of the wild, wild west. Take my love, take my soul, you just take what you can. When we fuck now, it feels like you don't understand. Tell you what, I don't suck and I need you right now. Yeah. You're the one that I want, so I won't make a sound. Oh, girls go out on the West Coast. Come on, baby, let's go. That's what she said. Oh, sunshine brighter than blind love is only the name of the wild, wild west. I really love you, you know I really do. Whatever happens, I hope you're happy too. I really love you, so what you wanna do? Oh, girls go wild on the West Coast. Come on, baby, let's go. That's what she said. Oh, sunshine brighter than blind love is only the name of the wild, wild west. I really love you, you know I really do. Whatever happens, I hope you're happy too. I really love you, so what you wanna do?
Girls Go Wild was the song. LP is the artist. I mean, we've been playing songs on the air that are just timeless from you, like songs like "Lost on You" and even "Into the Wild." I feel like we'll always play them on 88.5 FM. And
Right
I
on,
think
thanks.
you got it. And I think it was shortly after I started working at the station. We collaborated on an event, I feel like at Hotel Cafe, perhaps. And then I saw you for the first time, must have been a couple of years ago, while I was attending a music conference in Boulder, Colorado,
Mhm.
a performance at the Fox Theater. And it was incredible. And it was a room full of like radio people, you know, which is a
Mm.
very interesting crowd
Was that the one
sometimes.
with was that Portugal the Man play after?
Yeah, I think
Was
that
that
sounds
it?
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Ooh,
what
sounds thrilling. All those radio people in one spot.
yeah, it was cool. People were raving about the
Talk about
performance,
inspired.
you know.
That's
But
cool.
you're a fabulous songwriter and a band leader and singer and
Thanks,
performer.
man.
I think we just hold you in such high regard as an artist, and
Thanks.
you know, it's almost mesmerizing to watch you up on stage do what you do, and it's for some people it could be invigorating to watch an artist perform like yourself, or um, you know, hopefully it'll lead somebody to get creative, I guess, in their own life.
Yeah.
I was just reading that the song "Lost on You" hit #1 in like 18 countries,
Mm-hmm. Something like
and
that.
and blew up to achieve like 1 billion streams.
Yeah, I think it's like almost at 2 billion now, which is really exciting. And I don't know, it's that it was quite a journey with that song, because I got dropped from my label for that song after playing them that song. I was on Warner Brothers, and all these new people came in, replacing the people that had signed me and believed in me. And when they came in, they're like, "Hey, play us your new stuff. We'll see if we'll keep you." And so I played them that song and two other songs that have done very well for me on that record, "Strange" and "Muddy Waters." And then I got dropped. So then I signed to Vagrant Records, and then everything started from there. It was just like kind of a Greek label asked if they could license a song, and then an Italian label, and then a French label. They just kept following suit. And so if I was on Warner Brothers at that time, I never would have been able to do any of that stuff because a major label like that is a worldwide contract, and I wouldn't have even known that they wanted to do that. It was just a very the
Wow.
experience was such a learning experience, and I think I have to tell it all the time. I feel compelled to tell it all the time so that people can kind of like wrap their head around the fact that this song, like you said, went #1 in all these countries, and it might never have even happened. Like it would, it might have either remained on my computer or I remember Rihanna's people were calling about the song. It might have been Rihanna's song. It's just so many different things that could happen in music, and I don't think people really understand that. They just see like, oh wow, this happened. It's like, and it's funny.
Yeah, that was my next question. Sort of, what do you attribute the the worldwide success to? But I guess that really does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
There's videos on YouTube of you performing in front of thousands and thousands of people in Italy, and
Yeah.
of course, this latest release is a 2-record, I guess a 2 LP live performance live in Moscow.
Yeah.
Do you find what was that like, and where was what was the setting?
It's amazing. It's at a place called Crocus Hall. I played there like multiple times. It's like a 6,000 seat arena, I guess, or whatever. And it's I mean, I did an entire Russian tour. I do like I played, I think the night after that I played in St. Petersburg, and it was at the end of like the tour. But I have like several different, like markets. Like Italy is a really great market for me. It's not even my biggest as far as like live music. Like we'll go. Eastern Europe is incredible. Obviously Russia is incredible, and the Ukraine. We play to like 10,000 people all the time. It's like, it's very it's wild. And then very recently, Lost on You blew up in Mexico and South America. So it's just like a song that keeps going, and it just bears repeating that it almost didn't even get out.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving is what it is at the moment.
Yeah, that's why songs are currency. You always got to like keep writing songs. They are the answer to any career.
The song, the one that you love, it appears that's just sort of a one-off release at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that part of a bigger LP?
Oh yeah,
up?
man, we got a whole new record coming out, and we're gonna wait till like shit gets going next year as far as putting the whole record out. But we're gonna be releasing stuff, kind of. I think it's a good time to like build and release singles because you have a kind of a captive audience right now. I mean, releasing a whole record I think is difficult because you kind of need to tour that body of work. But I think I wanted to give people something in this time.
The video is a interesting video. Who came up with that concept, and whose horse are you riding?
I don't know whose horse it is. It's a company, but like we had a couple of choices. I wanted to like not do the typical white horse or like black stallion. But Darren Craig, the creative director and the director of the video, came up with the idea, because we were one of the first ones back trying to put a video together, and I had to jump through all these hoops as far as being safe and all that, and this was a nice open air kind of thing, and we didn't know
Yeah.
what we were going to do. We talked about a car, we talked about a motorcycle, we talked it's like anything but a car, to be honest. I just didn't want a car. And then Dan was like, what about a horse? And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And I think that also, in light of the type of song it is, and the vibe, I feel like it was a good idea.
It's really cool. People could watch it on the website imlp.com. How are you consuming music right now? Are you streaming? Is there music in the
Yeah,
household all the time? Are you playing vinyl?
we've got vinyl all over the place, but I'm mostly a Spotify person. You know what I mean? I just feel like I like to get people's numbers up because I appreciate it. But it's just everything's at your fingertips, man. And you just
Yeah.
it's so easy, and it's just I feel I just you could go on playlists and discover all kinds of shit, and I really like that.
So what might be some recent spins for you? I guess it depends on the time of day and your mood and what you're feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been into going into this, I was really listening to that Caroline Polachek record, and this guy Tamino, I love, Tamino. He's like a Belgian Jeff Buckley kind of thing. He reminds me of like Jeff Buckley and Leonard Cohen,
Incredible.
and yeah, he's amazing. And I listen to old shit, get really, speaking of Leonard Cohen, I love kind of digging into his old catalog. I've just been I don't know, and I've been really kind of up my own ass with my music because I'm working on this record. So I've been writing stuff and working on stuff. So a lot of that.
Right on. At what point actually, maybe I'll save that next question for after the next song. We already heard a rendition of "Girls Go Wild." What do you think's going to be next?
I think we're gonna go for the new song right now.
Okay.
The one that you love.
The one that you love from LP. Let's do it now, and then we'll talk about more things. This is 88.5 FM.
Now that you got what you wanted, now that you got what you need, darling, we're gonna be honest. Honestly, what's left for me? I'm not his close, but not. And all I want is slow to start. Try to be the fire for you, try to be the sun, try to be your home and the place that you come to. Babe, I took my whole world, I put it in your hands. Really trying hard, but I don't understand. Tell me how to be the one that you love, how to be the one that you love. Oh, don't treat my love like a habit. the sun. Try to be a home in a place that you come to. Babe, I took my whole world, I put it in your hands. Really trying hard, but I don't understand. I'll be the one that you love. 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 I'll be the one. I'll be the one. I'll be the one that you love.
Seems like you caught lightning in a bottle with the release of the brand new song, as well as some previously releases with a couple of people that co-wrote with you in the past. And I think you touched on one of them earlier on in the interview. Who did you link back up with? And what's sort of
Mike
the
Del
creative
Rio.
process like?
Well, Mike Del Rio is, a longtime friend and collaborator of mine. We go back as far as like even on my Forever For Now record on Warner Brothers. We wrote a song, us and Nate Campany. It's like this trio of ours that we're almost like I feel like we're like a band, at this point, we're like an at-home band, and we just like have been writing together. We're managed by the same people, under the same umbrella. And I feel like we just have always, we've gotten cuts with other people. And our first song on one of my records was called Night Like This on Forever For Now. And then, it's funny because that was the Warner Brothers record, and that record was kind of commandeered by a very big producer who is very talented and Grammy Award winning and all that, but really wasn't the right producer for me. And I was working with all these cool, young, up and coming people that I had been like kind of met through my writing for other people and everything. And we had all these dope demos, Night Like This being one of the coolest ones. And it just kind of got reproduced like wrong, to be honest. Like if I played you the demo of that song, it'd be like, you would feel very different about that than what ended up on the record. So it was like we learned a lot then. And then so when I, I told you I got, dropped from Warner Brothers after I played them, Lost and everything. And then we were like, you know what? let's do what we were doing before and produce it with the people that we loved the demos of. And that was one of them was Mike Del Rio for sure. And so the next song we did was Lost on You. And then, we did Strange, and we did a lot of others on that record. And it just always felt right. Mike really knows how to produce my voice, I feel like. And Nate and I and Mike are just like, I think we're a really good team as far as kind of, I really feel like they allow me to like kind of be the truest version of myself in my writing and in how I vocalize. So I don't know, it's just like you can't fight chemistry, I don't think. So we just have chemistry. And so to me, I just keep going with it. And now we did stuff on Heart to Mouth, and now we're on this record, and I feel like we just keep getting better because we're so in tune. And we're like as far as like a band goes, we're on our like third or fourth record, and I think that's always a pretty magic time in any band's history.
You yourself, when it's time to write some music, is like the guitar your go-to, or is it a piano, or?
It depends. I like to mix it up because, and that's where like the ukulele kind of came in, and then like I'll play on a Nashville guitar. Mike plays piano. We're always just trying to mix it up because I feel like, not to sound like I've seen it all, I've done it, but once you've written a ton of songs and been doing this for a while, you've heard every chord, I guess, so it's all in the it's all in the freshness of a sound, like the different inversions of a Like I'll have people that can just play these amazing inversions of chords on a guitar, and it just sends me in a totally different direction. And just trying to stay inspired all the time.
How important is it to stay healthy mentally and physically? You said that you already exercised today already,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
God, I envy you because I haven't been able to do much of that. Like I've been in
yeah.
quarantine with my wife and my 2-year-old, and there's
Oh
no
man.
time for
Oh,
anything. Um,
yeah, yeah. That's hard. I'm sorry. I don't.
yeah.
I only got this little guy over here. This little boop. That's easy.
Right
Um,
on.
yeah, he doesn't. He sleeps as long as I sleep, and he eats when I say eat. I don't have to
Pretty
deal with that.
pretty
Yeah,
good deal,
it's
and he snuggles when you want to snuggle, I imagine.
exactly. Yeah.
But being a performer, like hitting the road and being on the road for as long as you've done it, gosh, you gotta be fit. And I tell
Yeah.
you, during our last pledge drive for our radio station, we do a lot more talking generally than normal. My voice gave out on the second day, and then I
Really?
was like, man,
Wow.
yeah, I was like, man, these artists who sing for a living, I
Yeah.
mean, you got to be aware of that and
I
take
mean, it's
care
a
of
whole thing.
yourself.
I have a voice lesson after this, actually, after this interview, because
Wow.
I started. I'm always like trying to like. I found it. I've always been studying with like coaches and everything, and also just because you have to warm up and take care of your voice when you're on the road. And also, I'm such a belter, and I'm always singing at the top of my range,
Yeah.
so there's no way around me like not warming up or not cooling down and all that stuff. So, but I recently found another teacher that I just adore, and so we've been like, even on this whole year, I'm just like trying to like, stay in shape. Even like I haven't really, I'm a yoga head, so I do yoga every day. But then I added in
Awesome.
like trying to do like cardio on the Peloton bike, and and doing my voice lessons and stuff, and because I want to try to be like, not turn around next year and go like, well, I haven't sung in a year. I mean, that would be weird, anyway. So it's just
Yeah.
about maintenance. I think being a singer, I think anyone would agree with you, is kind of the best and the worst job in the band, because you have to like, I mean, I once did like 30 fly dates in a row, so you like, I'm like in the air, like some people can't even like, like you
Wow.
said, talk for 2 days, with a plane, with all that, traveling. But like, you have to get off the plane and have to talk to a bunch of people, and then I have to sing. So it's just really about, you do have to stay in shape. I think you have to, drink a lot of water, do all that crap.
Yeah. It's crazy. At what point did people start knocking on your door just to, I guess, for your services as a songwriter? Because you've
Um,
written for other acts and other musicians.
yeah.
When did that start happening, and what's the latest on that front? Are you just working on your own stuff, or is there something else cooking?
No, I have some other stuff going on. Like, it depends. It's like, um, I'm so busy with my own stuff that I don't get to sometimes, right, with other people as much as I'd like, because I really do like it. I really think it keeps me fresh and kind of, you know, um, on like the right path as far as, um, like being diverse and not getting too like up my own, as I said, in my own head. And
Yeah.
I think, and when I have time, I love to do it all, always. And so I do have a few things working, but we'll see.
Was it after the success of Lost on You, people started,
No, not really. I mean, I had stuff before that as a writer, but I mean, there was more, um, for sure. But yeah, I've always like kind of like, I have a publishing deal besides a record deal, so I'm like always kind of trying to put myself in other situations,
right.
because I'm like, that's part of my vibe.
I talked to another artist the other day. Her name's Ray Zaragoza, and I think she's great, by the way. She's independent. She
Cool.
lives out of Long Beach right now. She's got a song called "The It
Razor.
Girl," which Ray
Okay.
Zaragoza, yeah, I think you would dig on her. She was preaching about how artists need to think like entrepreneurs these days, and it seems like
Mhm.
you had a sense of that early on,
Yeah.
and certainly learned about that quickly.
Yeah.
But just sort of, you got to know the industry, I guess, if you're going to make it as a performer, musician,
Yeah.
and a songwriter. You got to know people, you got to shake hands, and you got to be part of the
Yeah.
culture, right?
Totally. I mean, yeah. I mean, as when you're a writer, there's nothing more like kind of apparent than that. I mean, because, it's like not this year, obviously, but like as an artist, you have other ways that you're making your money. As a writer, it's just all writing all the time. So, and that also kind of, I think, really kind of led me to this place where I started to like write like from a lot of for and with a lot of different genres, and I think that kind of worked its way into my own material, which was an interesting result, because I just wanted to like not get pigeonholed into writing for a specific kind of thing, like pop or just rock or whatever it was.
Man, that's interesting. I'll say the website again. If people want to get the Live in Moscow 2 LP record. IamLP.com is the website. Man, you've been putting out records for a good long time now, which is amazing. And it's been really fun to see sort of this trajectory, not just happen in our backyard, but really all over the world. People are paying attention. And I'm sure you pinch yourself sometimes and look back at all the stuff you've done already and feel like it's been quite an accomplishment. You're so cool. Would you consider doing a drive-in concert during this pandemic? Would you?
I think that'd be dope. Yeah. I don't even know. Have you been to one?
I have not. We're trying to put one together. I know, it's not easy. That's why there's not a lot happening.
Yeah.
But we're trying to figure it out. And safety issues are key, obviously. And, if we could make a little bit of money doing it as well, that would be wonderful. But it's certainly something that we'd like to produce as far as the radio station and some promoters.
Yeah.
So I think that would be great, talking with artists like Perfume Genius and Long Beach Dub All-Stars, perhaps, to do something like that for us. So
very cool.
You got a lot of good people working for you, and I'm definitely going to hit them up and inquire about future collaborations with us and yourself. I just think you're so cool. Oh, who's this?
Thanks, man. You too. Oh,
here,
we got a little buddy.
We saw the doggy. Here.
Let's see. Yay. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
What's your name?
This is Harriet.
Hi, Harriet. What a great name. Hi. How you doing?
Will you wave and say hi?
Hi.
All right. She loves music. There's music in the household 24/7.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna
She has
get
a cool voice. I mean, cool speaking voice.
Do you want to be a DJ when you grow up?
No, you want to sing? Want to be a singer?
Do you want to sing? You just talk to Grandma.
Right.
We're going to get a version of Lost on You before we kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
And you're so super cool. Thank you so much for your time.
You too.
And we hope to do this in person in the not too distant future.
I love me some KCSN, man. It's the best. Great station.
Hey, tell your friends. We got no marketing. See, musicians like us. We find that people, music lovers like us.
Hell yeah, they do. I think a lot of people like you guys.
Thank you. Talk to you soon,
Thank you
Harriet.
so much.
Harriet, will you say goodbye?
Bye, Harriet. Bye.
Bye.
When you get older, plainer, saner, will you remember all the danger we came from? Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for the days and no surrender years ago. And will you know? So smoke a beer if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. I'll never get to heaven 'cause I don't toil of expectations in your mind. Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. And you're still mine. So smoke them if you got them, 'cause it's going down. And all I ever wanted was you. Let's take a drink of heavenlish, can turn around. Let's raise our glass up to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me, are they lost on you? Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, after everything I've lost on you, is that lost on you? Oh, 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 is that lost on you? Oh, baby, is that lost on you? Is that lost on you? Let's raise our glass up to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me, are they lost on you? Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, to everything I've lost on you. Is that lost on you? Is that lost on you?